Hi guys, deluded Guna. Arsenal 2, Preston 1. We get out of jail. We're through to the next round in the FA Cup. What a game that was. Let's get into it. Going into the game on Arsenal's front, Premier League takes a break with the FA Cup coming in. Our Premier League form has been poor. We all know what's going around with Arsenal. I purely looked at this game as, whatever way you look at it, every fan likes to win trophies and be out at Wembley. Of course, I'd like to win the Champions League or the Prem, but the FA Cup is the oldest competition in the world. It's a chance to be out at Wembley, like I said. It's the chance to win a trophy. So it is something I wanted to win. Added to that is Preston. This is a perfect time for... We know there's going to be rotation in our side. So the people that come in, they can show what they can add to the side. Show that they're worthy of starting and put pressure on those raising their performances. Added to that, like I said, we haven't been in a great run of form. So if we could have won comfortably today, it would have put some confidence throughout the side and given some confidence to the younger players that's played today and got some minutes. So yeah, going into the game, team news, we knew we were going to be without the likes of Theo. We knew we was going to be without Ozil. We knew Alexis was going to get rested. Yeah, Gabriel stayed in the side because Koscielny's getting rested. Koscielny came off the last game with some problems. Mustafi's still building up his fitness, came back into the side, stayed in the side. Maitland-Niles, who I rate highly, comes into the side. Monreal starts. Iwobi kept his place. Giroud, 3 starts, 3 goals, kept his space, of course. Oxlade, who I've been asking for to start, starts. Lucas, who had problems going into the game, starts. So it's a very good side that's out there. It's a strong side. It's a side that should be winning. It's not a first choice side, but it is a side that should be winning. For Preston, don't know a great deal of them. Like I said, they sit 11th in the Championship. Grayson, from what I hear, is a decent manager. Likes to motivate. He led that lead side when they were in League One and they knocked out United. So he knows how to inspire teams to kill a giant killing, quote unquote. So it is something, while we should be winning, there are some things to be wary of. That being said, from the first minute, credit to Preston. They looked like the Prem side in the first half. They were at it, they were sharper, they were more committed, they pressed us, they had men behind the ball, they were more positive. They realised they had nothing to lose. No one expects them to win. They deserve their goal in the 7th minute. Like, Monreal, unaware of his runner, completely gets the run on him, unaware. Gabriel playing everybody on side, he slots it, it's 1-0. And on our front, we have no ideas. There's no movement. There's no movement in behind. There's no movement for the men on the ball. There's no ideas for the men on the ball. We're too narrow. We're passing backwards. We're making schoolboy errors. We're too slow to the transition from defense to attack and from defense attack to defense, leaving huge gaps in the middle, and we're just being countered. Aidan McGeady was having great luck on the left-hand side. Perez wasn't helping Maitland-Niles, the young Maitland-Niles. He was isolated alone and hung out to dry somewhat. I feel given this, he had a decent game. And yeah, they just looked like the side that were going to do it. They had great chances to add to their lead. Better side, they would have put us to sleep. Monreal had to block a shot on the line. 23rd minute, Robertson squared it for, I can't even remember their forward's name. I think his name begins with a H. He missed an open goal, and you're a professional footballer. You should be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. And literally the only saving grace in the first half is that it's only 1-0. Sure, Ramsey had a couple. One way should have got it out of his feet and shot, but he's low on confidence. And Ramsey also had a decent header that the keeper saved. Giroud had a shot come cross, or cross come shot. Perez had a shot from effort, but generally Preston keeper's all right. He wasn't tested anything really too threatening. And like I said, the only saving grace at half time is that it's only 1-0. Wenger visibly angry throughout the game. Our boys came out earlier than Preston. It's clear what he told them. It's clear he was angry at them. You could see it. It's clear that the boys needed to wake up. Like I said, they were just arrogant. They just assumed that just because they're a Premier League side, they're going to win today. No, this is a knockout competition. You need to be at it. And credit to our boys. Straight from the restart, 50, 60 seconds, whatever it was, straight from the restart, Ramsey scores. Great run and play from Iwobi. Cut falls to Ramsey. Ramsey gets it out of his foot, gets it out of his feet, high on confidence from the restart. Scores, slots it, 1-1, we're back in this, and you think now like we all say, we don't know which Arsenal's going to turn up. This is the good Arsenal that's going to turn up. But to be fair, the game was still open when it was 1-0. I mean, Preston had a number of chances, a number of decent crosses. Ospina started to collect nowadays, to be fair. Iwobi started to get on it. And on top of that, Preston, they started to tire now. You could see that we could get something out of this game. And we got it in stoppage time. A great ball correct me if I'm wrong, people, but Ramsey put it into Giroud. Giroud flicked it on, went into Perez. Perez backheeled it, and Giroud slots it home, and 2-1 Arsenal. It's sad because Preston, it looked like it was going to have to be a replay. We don't need any replays. Our squad is stretched as it is. And yeah, it did look like it was going to be a replay, but we did enough just to get over the line, as we've been doing in the last few weeks, getting results when we haven't been playing well. But yes, not on. That was a poor performance. In conclusion, it's nice that we won 2-1 and we don't have to play any replays, or worse, we didn't get embarrassed and go out. But we should have won that from the start. We should have been the team that was out there from the start, that was on it. Post-match comments, I'm hearing Giroud and Ramsey said they didn't expect Preston to show that much commitment. I mean, come on, boys. What are you lot doing all week? This is a championship side. They don't play teams of the caliber of Arsenal every week. They haven't got much to lose. They could potentially be a giant killing. The longer they go on in the competition, the more money they can get. They've got nothing to lose. How could you not know these boys are going to be more committed and be at it? So that really causes me cause for concern. Everyone basically was poor out there today. It was a poor performance. We got over the line. We can laugh. Maitland-Niles came into the sides, got a lot to learn, was tested finally for once with Aidan McGeady, someone that likes to take a man on. I think he done all well. He done all right, done well. Other than that, it's just a case of we just done enough to get over the line, really. Mustafi's just coming back from injury, so I won't draw any too many conclusions, but he did look rusty. He was a lot of errors, self-inflicted errors. He was a culprit of that. Gabriel was poor today. Like against City, he just looks nervous sometimes. Monreal was poor today. Better second half, but generally poor today. The whole side was poor today. I think only if anything, Iwobi and Maitland-Niles can come away with anything. The two youngest players on the pitch, and they're showing the most heart. Like, they're looking like the senior players out there. Like, fair enough, we're missing numerous key players, but that is a game we should be winning. I shouldn't be making this video. We should have won this comfortably, about 3-4-0 or something. But all we can do is move on to the Swansea game. Like I said, we're through to the next round. Wenger's never been out in this round. We clearly love the FA Cup. We're one of the most teams that have held it the most. So all we can do is move on to Swansea next week. Premier League back, FA Cup on the back burner. It's great that we don't have to play no replays or anything. But yeah, in conclusion, that's it really, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. You know what to do. In a bit, guys.